When Lila moved into the old house at the edge of town, she thought she was starting fresh. The place was cheap, too cheap for a house of its size, and the owners, an elderly couple, had moved out quickly, almost too quickly, leaving everything behind. The walls were lined with faded wallpaper, and the hardwood floors creaked with every step. But the house had charm, a kind of old-world beauty that felt like it belonged to another time. Her first night there, Lila settled in with a glass of wine, enjoying the silence. But as she passed through the hallway, she noticed something strange. The air felt thick, like it was holding on to something, a heaviness that couldn't be explained. She shrugged it off. Old houses, she thought. They have their quirks. It was the second night that the oddities started. Lila had fallen asleep on the couch but woke to a faint sound. Something whispering, just beyond her reach. She rubbed her eyes, groggy, thinking it was the wind or maybe her own imagination. It was soft, almost tender. A voice she didn't recognize, murmuring words she couldn't understand. She sat up and turned toward the hallway. The house was dark, save for the faint glow of the moon through the dusty windows. There was no one there, but the whispering continued. It wasn't in the walls. It was coming from the space between them. Something was speaking from the shadows. Lila couldn't bring herself to move. She listened, breath caught in her throat, trying to make out the words. "Don't go upstairs." The voice was clear, a woman's voice, but there was no warmth in it. It was hollow, dead, angry. Lila froze, unsure of what to do. She had only just moved in. She hadn't even seen the upstairs yet. The stairs seemed foreboding, like they led to a place best left untouched. But curiosity clawed at her. She had to know. She stood and slowly made her way up the staircase. The whispering grew louder, but now it was frantic, filled with a desperation that sent chills down her spine. Turn back, turn back, turn back. She reached the top and found the door to a small bedroom at the end of the hall. The door was slightly ajar, creaking as if beckoning her inside. Lila hesitated, but something, a force, an urge she couldn't explain, pushed her forward. The room was empty, save for a small, old-fashioned rocking chair in the corner. It rocked gently, back and forth, as if someone had just gotten up. But when Lila looked closer, her heart sank. And there on the walls, in the peeling wallpaper, were faint impressions, faces, eyes, silent screams. "They linger here," the voice whispered, closer now, waiting for someone to listen. The temperature dropped, and Lila felt a cold breath on the back of her neck. They linger after. Lila fled, but the house closed in around her. As she left, the house behind her seemed to sigh, as if disappointed. She'd be back.